Here's an interesting question where you presented with the set of numbers and you need to determine which number is not a prime number. You have 4 different choices. Choice A, 31. Choice B, 61. Choice C, 71. And choice D, 91. Give yourself a little bit of time, maybe recall the definition of prime numbers, and see if you can come up with the solution. Did you solve it? Let's move forward and get to the correct solution together. To solve this challenge, let's start with the definition of prime number. Prime numbers cannot be divided by any number other than 1 and number itself without leaving a remainder. Some examples of prime numbers would be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and you can continue the chain. The opposite of prime numbers are composite numbers, and examples of those would be 4, could be divided by 2, 6, could be divided by 2 and 3, 8, which could be divided by 2 and 4, 9, 10, and you can continue the sequence. As you might have figured out of the numbers presented, 91 can be divisible by 7. So 91 is not a prime number, which means that the correct solution is choice D, 91. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's the famous 4-triangle question you regularly observe in the test. You need to calculate the missing number, which is represented by the question mark. And you're presented with 4 different triangles. Each triangle is of a different color. The first bottom left corner blue triangle has numbers in the corners 2, 2, and 6. The green triangle next to it in the upper right corner has numbers 4, 3, and 1. The purple triangle in the bottom left corner has numbers 3, 5, and 2. And then the last triangle, black triangle, has numbers 0, 1, and then in the upper corner there's a missing number which you need to calculate based on the 4 different choices. Choice A, 0. Choice B, 1. Choice C, 2. And choice D, 3. Do you see the answer? Let me give you a hint. There is a true calculation and not guessing behind determining what the number is. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and reveal the solution to you. As I mentioned, the trick about this problem is that the number can be calculated. And the key to calculate it is to determine the pattern. And then the pattern here is that the numbers in the corresponding corners of the triangles all add up to 10. Let's do the math and start with the bottom left corner. 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 10. Let's go to the bottom right corner of the triangle. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 0 is also 10. And now, in the same way, let's do the math and calculate the missing number. 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus question mark equals 10. Based on these calculations, question mark equals 1. So the correct choice here is choice B, 1. Keep in mind that sometimes in these types of problems, triangles are colored, and the only reason this is done is to confuse you, to look for the patterns inside the triangles itself. I truly hope that you've nailed this question on your own or learned how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's an interesting question which tests your knowledge of the words as well as your verbal reasoning skills. You're presented with 5 different words, and you need to determine which item stands out. The words are pamphlet, certificate, leaflet, catalog, and brochure. Do you see the answer? Do you know which item stands out? Give yourself a few seconds to see if you can determine the answer. Maybe pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution. And on my end, I am moving forward to share with you my version. And obviously, if you have a different solution, please make sure to post in comments. You probably figured it out, but all items here represent information store or description about the single or multiple subjects, with the exception of the word certificate. Certificate represents official document attesting a certain fact. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's an amazing question with unusual twist, which tests your knowledge of the pie charts. You're presented with total spending for the organization, and you need to calculate approximate benefits expense. In addition to benefits expense, you see payroll expense, research and development expense, as well as client entertainment. And your final selection is within one of four possible choices. Choice A, $170,000. Choice B, $216,000. Choice C, $296,000. And choice D, $360,000. Take a close look, maybe pause this video to see if you can do a mental math and come up with the solution. Ready or not, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to share in comments. First step to solve it is to look at the chart and identify the benefits segment. Benefits represent 27% of all expenses. To calculate the amount for benefits, we need to divide 800,000, which is total expense, by 100 and multiply by 27%, because benefits represent 27%, which would be equal 8,000 multiplied by 27, which would be equal 216,000. So the correct choice here is choice B, $216,000. This question truly tests your knowledge of English dictionary. You need to form the word using all the letters only once. And there are 9 letters that you can see on the screen. The letters are T, F, A, L, C, U, P, M, I. Give yourself a little bit of time. It's a very complex 9-letter word. Consider pausing the video to get to the correct answer. And ready or not, I am going to move forward to get you to the correct solution. As you might have guessed, the correct word is impactful. And the definition of impactful is having a major impact or effect. Sample usage of the word might be, during her presentation, she made impactful statements. I get a lot of questions on how to solve these types of challenges. The best way I found is when looking at the letters, try to draw lines connecting the letters and see if you can come up with the word. In this case, letters next to each other in the real world are next to each other also in this test question. So if we connect I, M, P, A, C, T, F, U, L, you get to the correct solution. Do you have a better way to solve it? Please make sure to share in comments so we can all learn. Thanks for watching. If you liked the content, please give us a like and consider subscribing. Thanks for all your endorsement, support, and patronage. For additional helpful information, please make sure to check out links in the description. For detailed list of available resources, I encourage you to check out resources page on our website, howtoanalyzedata.net/resources. If you know someone who would benefit from this content, please consider sharing the link. Please leave the feedback, corrections, or suggestions in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.